He came to the aid of a friend in need, launching an investigation into the deportation of Rasta Gomez's manager Freak. What he uncovered was something we may never understand. Tonight, El Fuerte tells all about his disappearance and the forces acting behind it. It's a Saturday night. It's time for a fight. But there's more than combat tonight. El Fuerte returns to tell all from his journey to the dark side. Of course, we've got lots of matches to look forward to, but it is all about the investigation of El Fuerte. What happened to him? It's difficult to understand. Mysterious Budo, instrumental in his return last week. They appeared to disappear and then reappear. But right now we're dealing with the appearance of Sheep the Royal. There's a little bit of darkness in this guy, but I don't think we have to worry about him too much. Whoa, look at that. Last week, Sheep the Royal was the victim of an ambush, a sneak attack by Boris Gagarin with the kendo stick. He used that weapon to assault Sheep the Royal. And perhaps tonight we might just see a little bit of a reprisal for the attack. Tremendous crowd here in Hager Stadium as we await the arrival of Boris Gagarin. Here he comes, MMA, shoot fighting, storied fighter, traveled fighter. He's been around the world, competed in tournaments of all kinds, and now he has found himself in league with Ivan and the United, serving almost as a bodyguard, an enforcer for Ivan. How's he gonna fare against a beast like Sheep the Royal? Boris Gagarin fired up here for his return to the squared circle. Make sure you're staying tuned. Subscribe to this network. El Fuerte will reveal all from his investigation and his experiences. But right now, the bell is sounded. And it's Boris Gagarin taking control of Sheep the Royal. I'm a little surprised by that. Nice rising knee. This is going to be a real clash of styles. Boris Gagarin, used to that Val Tude style. We saw him compete in multiple matches with Gerald Golby. How's he going to compete with a monster, a powerhouse, in the style of Sheep the Royal? There's a back spinning elbow. Boris Gagarin doing what he can to surgically take away all of Sheep's weapons, keeping him grounded. Modified hammer lock, knuckle lock. He's really doing everything he can to grind away at Sheep the Royal here. I'm a little surprised by this. I thought Sheep would be coming out much stronger. Boris Gagarin in the mount position, just dominating with those hard-hitting fists. And he is all fired up. Hooks the leg. Could it be? The bombastic, aggressive style of Boris Gagarin, certainly capable of creating those early opportunities. You knock a guy out, it doesn't matter what time it is in the match. And sometimes that is the feature of those Val Tude fights. It's really about beating the clock. Gagarin off the ropes, hard right hand, and Sheep the Royal has got nothing in this match. I'm really surprised. Of course, all of this goes back to some of the mind games he played as he arrived to the World Championship contention when Antonov was chasing that title against Victor Ortega, our undefeated world champion. Sheep the Royal had to go through Ivan, and he used the mind games. He used an impersonator of Mysterious Budo to get under Ivan's skin, which it didn't work in the end. Gut wrench suplex. Sheep the Royal at home on the outside of the ring. There's another, almost a power bomb. And Sheep the Royal's strength immediately getting himself back into this match. There's a splash. And Boris Gagarin not really used to fighting here with these wild conditions. He's more of a, he's more of a competition fighter. I don't think he wants to be out there with Sheep the Royal. Certainly we've seen him in his no-holds-barred matches with King Rasta Gomez. And the count could get the better of Boris Gagarin here. He's struggling to his feet. Referee is at an 8 count. Gets back with 1 second to spare. Hard shot to Sheep the Royal. But there's a spearing tackle. Shades of the gridiron. You gotta remember, this big Aussie is a football star. Of course, now he competes within the ranks of Capcom Wrestling Association. And there's a big splash. Using the full weight of his body, crushing down on Boris Gagarin. Gagarin able to kick his legs, try to get back into a vertical base. Oh my. Well, the sunset powerbomb. Finishing move. No. Not your typical vow to shoot style finisher, but Boris Gagarin has always used that sunset powerbomb to finish his opponents. It's an unusual feature of his fighting arsenal. Going back to the old faithful, though, those hard shots. Misses that one. Gets the body blow, working those floating ribs, and there's a kick. Sheep the Royal going down hard. Oh, spine buster! What a takedown! And Sheep the Royal in a bit of trouble now. Boris backs it up. Looking for another sunset powerbomb. He's got Sheep on his back. Oh, my. Boris Gagarin. I got to consider that in my books. That's a bit of an upset. Able to really dominate Sheep the Royal throughout the match. There were signs of danger. Oh, no, come on. Come on. The match is over. Boris continuing to beat down Sheep. Maybe Ivan's going to get some licks in here. The United and Mighty using the numbers advantage, taking advantage of an exhausted Sheep the Royal. I got to wonder, could there be some internal injuries from that kendo stick last week? That attack. And this is not going to help him. It's not going to help one bit. And more on the other side of this break.
In the 19th century, people are strong believers of superstition and legend. Adventurers seek the world for fortune and glory and a legendary treasure which has the power to make dreams come true. That treasure is known as the Power Stone.
Welcome to Power Stone War.
And of course, Zangief will face Victor Ortega in the main event of Destiny of the Strongest. It's going to be the supercard of supercards, and we can announce Team GAW, Antonov and Ramon will take on Raiden and King of Dinosaurs in a grudge match. But right now, the tag team to watch on your screen, the United and Mighty teammates of Ivan and Boris Gagarin. Don't get them confused. The man with the darker hair and mustache here is Boris, not to be confused with Boris Gagarin. And he teams with Igor These guys are really front runners for that tag team championship. They have been on a tremendous run, racking up the wins in the tag team division, but these guys are really a top prospect. A little underrated, in my opinion. They've come up against some top-class competition. They're facing the best. They haven't always come out on top, but the 500 Trillion Powers, Titan the Great, and Birdie, two of the best. Oh, and these fans, they know it. They love him. Birdie with the Punk Hawk Mohawk. Of course, Titan the Great looming over this ring, one of the giants of CWA. These teams really vying for potentially a shot at the Hyper Cannons, the tag team champions, Alexei Zalazov and Lucky Colt, at Destiny of the Strongest later this month. Titan the Great making a great start there. Scoop slam. Delivering some hard shots to the side of the head of Igor, and really that's the kind of aggression you need to show. Great splash. This giant of a man, this British brawler, using his strength, using his size. Almost a reverse choke slam there. And that's the kind of thing you got to do to get the United and Mighty on the back foot, on the disadvantage. They're two massive big guys. Birdie follows up with a splash of his own. Birdie is certainly not a catch-as-catch-can technical marvel, but he is a brawler, and he's going to make life hard for Igor and Boris. Oh, look at this. Clothesline over the top rope to Igor and goes straight to work against Boris. The 500 Trillion Power is very focused here. Oh no, don't start this again. Vicious backdrop to the edge of the ring, the hardest part of the squared circle. Oh no, Birdie running right straight into a spine buster. We've seen Boris and the United and Mighty, several of the Muscle Bombers here in CWA competing in almost contests of those backdrops to the edge of the ring. Not a good place to land, but of course there's nowhere in the squared circle to land. There's a back elbow illustrating the point. Comes down with a splash, but Boris is there to break the cover. Titan on high alert as well. Birdie now. Dangerous in a hostile corner, going to the top rope. Boris focuses on getting that tag. Birdie thinks better of it. Out of position. And now Boris. Bit of a sloppy vertical suplex. Hey, how about that? We've been seeing Boris really experiment with his style over the last few weeks and months. Of course, this is old school Boris, just a big man enjoying being on top. And anybody who can manhandle Birdie has got to be a serious threat. Looking for a splash, but Birdie rolls clear. Hard headbutt. That's a trademark for Birdie. Hooks the leg. Igor a little slow to move, but it didn't matter. Boris able to kick out. Birdie taunting the crowd. Getting fired up. Turned his back though. Bad idea. Igor taking full advantage, and now Birdie beneath the boot of Igor. Hooks the leg. Well, Birdie able to reach for that bottom rope. Very, very good ring awareness for this punk rock British brawler. Igor gets him up. Fireman carry. He knows Boris is still down. Igor's fighting on his own, but he's doing what he's got to do. There's Boris stirring as Birdie makes the tag. Desperation. Diving to his corner. Titan the Great. Getting cut off by Igor, though. Very aggressive. Igor making sure Birdie gets out of the ring. Hard slam to the mat there. Igor hooking the leg directly in front of Birdie. Almost a psychological challenge. You can see Boris is lurking. I don't think Boris is too happy with Birdie. He's thinking about it. Birdie keeps his cool. Birdie stays on the apron. And oh, look at that! Look at that! The power of Titan the Great! hoisting Igor above his head. Unbelievable. Hard Irish whip. What is Titan going to do? Oh, wow. Tossing Igor across the ring. And there's a neck breaker. And now Titan the Great hooks the leg right in front of Boris. Boris very quick to break the cover. Seems to me almost that Titan the Great has really just had enough. Very eager to get a win here for the 500 Trillion Powers. They've been chasing that tag team championship for quite some time. Hard right hand. Igor writhing in agony. Devastating blow. Now Birdie gets another shot at Igor. Dragging him into their corner. The blue corner of the 500 Trillion Power. Sorry, the white corner. Nice backdrop suplex. There's a headbutt. Igor does not seem to be moving right now. That could be a knockout. Titan the Great picks him up. Hard shot. What's he going to do here? He's got him over the shoulders. Dropping him down. Titan wants to make sure he can't do anything to stop them. Igor's struggling right now. Birdie caught with an elbow to the gut. Igor fighting back into this match. We got to go to an ad. More of this on the other side. Stick around.
Mike Hager is a washed-up former wrestler and mayor who exploited his celebrity to secure a position of power within CWA. He exhibits a pattern of prioritizing personal glorification and ego. He has neglected the responsibility of his position, outsourcing investigations and collaborating with foreign powers. His decisions have wrestling veterans questioning their personal safety.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I couldn't understand a word that was even being said, dude. I really didn't know what was going on.
Is this the man you would want calling the shots in CWA?
And we're back. Birdie out of it on the outside. Igor in control, going after Titan the Great now. And oh no! There's that backdrop right under the edge of the ring. Becoming a favorite of the United and Mighty Boris and Igor. There's a choke toss to Birdie. The 500 Trillion Power is in a lot of trouble here. Igor's got him up. Running power slam. Right on the mat in front of us. There's no give in those mats. And there's not a lot of cushioning. Birdie in trouble. Birdie doubled over the rail. Well, he snapped out of it real quick. He's going to beat the count, but the damage could be done. We go with the Irish whip. No. Meeting of the minds. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. Birdie with a power bomb. Keeps it hold. Oh, he's got another. Make it a triple. Unbelievable. Hooks the leg. No, Boris is there. The triple power bomb seemingly out of nowhere, and Birdie is firing up right here. Igor motionless. Birdie gets him up. What's he going to do here? Slamming his head into the corner. And oh my. Birdie on the top rope. Spike pile driver. That's got to be it. Titan. Poised. Boot to the midsection. What's he got in mind here? Could it be the Titan Breaker? No, it's the torture rack. It's the torture rack, but Boris was able to free his teammate. That torture rack bending the spine of Igor over the mighty shoulders of Titan the Great. Igor's still not moving. Boris is down now. Leg is hooked. The 500 Trillion Powers pick up the win. What a battle it was. A real contest of two of the best teams here at CWA. Finally, it came down in favor of the 500 trillion powers. That is a tremendous win. And these fans happy to see it. But what does this mean for the tag team championship? Have they done enough? Of course, D-Man and The Thing have a win over the 500 trillion powers. Something to think about. Well, here's something to think about. Yoko Harmageddon has summoned Rainbow Mika, and she returns next week to face Black Widow. But right now, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The return of El Fuerte. He was lost in the darkness, but he has been retrieved and revived. Here he is, making the full entrance. This is the El Fuerte we know and love. Yeah! What is he gonna have to say?
I want to start by expressing my gratitude to everyone who worked to help me. It's all a little confusing. Oco Caro, Babudo, Gran Diablo. I will not forget what you did for me. It all started so long ago. When Freak was deported, Rasta Gomez lost his guiding star. He rushed to danger and I wanted to help him, like he helped me. So I began to question why this sour thing would happen to this innocent man. I thought I was a fool, that my investigation was rotten. I did not know how close to the truth I was, until I walked into that kitchen. I can't remember who jumped me, but I know who they were working for. I know it was the Wraith who was behind the shadows, because he sees what no one else does. He fears Rasta Gomez, and he thought with Freak out of the way, he could control or destroy him. The last thing I remember is the heat, the anger I was feeling. That was how the Wraith tried to get to me, to cloud my mind. So it's time I face my anger. I know the past is behind us, but seeing him made my blood boil. The man who took the sky from my mentor, Maestro Meteorito. Cannot ignore this. It's the destiny of the strongest. I must face Antler Inoki and settle his vendetta.
Unbelievable! So the Wraith... Hey, wait. But what now? Well, just when we thought we couldn't have any more revelations, what the King of Dinosaurs and Raiden doing out here? Don't tell me they're involved in this. Well, from El Fuerte's mouth himself, the Wraith is the man who has conspired against King Rasta Gomez, but we're gonna see Antler Inoki. Hey, wait! No! King of Dinosaurs just dragged El Fuerte out of the ring! Raiden's picking up the steel steps from the ringside. King of Dinosaurs assaulting El Fuerte. Come on! No! Somebody's got to get out here. These guys involved? What do they have to do with the Wraith? The hell is this about? Come on! Hasn't El Fuerte been through enough? This isn't right! King of Dinosaurs has got him down. We need somebody to get out here. Help El Fuerte. Well, this is just a low down, no good attack, and now Raiden just lording it over him as King of Dinosaurs comes down off the ring apron. This isn't right. Nobody could have seen this coming. Hey, wait. No. The steel chair, but no one missed. El Fuerte's fighting back. El Fuerte's fighting back. Hurricane Rana takedown! He got him!
Andy Boga. Ken
Pikachu. Chun-Li. Mr. Fig.
I am here as commissioner to assure everyone that the personal safety and duty of care we have to every muscle bomber in CWA is of the highest importance. In light of recent revelations, I am therefore suspending the Wraith indefinitely. Now this ring is still where we settle our differences, and I want everybody to enjoy tonight's main event and look forward to the supercard of all supercards in just a few weeks. Destiny of the Strongest. Thank you very much. Enjoy your night.
Well, Commissioner Hager making it official. The Wraith is suspended. I'm going to put that aside, though, because tonight we got another BWA HWA main event. I guess the Wraith is on everybody's mind. He was on Hugo Andore's mind last week as the Wraith unleashed his supernatural forces, surprising the huge wrestling army giant on his return to action. The Wraith was victorious against Hugo Andore, but tonight he's going to try to settle the score. Of course, again, if you're just joining us, El Fuerte returning, revealing that the Wraith was responsible for the conspiracy against Rasta Gomez and his subsequent abduction. El Fuerte was retrieved by mysterious Budo. It was all the Wraith. Now the Wraith has been suspended by CWA Commissioner Mike Hager. And that's good news for the huge wrestling army. That's one less giant that they have to worry about. But of course tonight they're up against the BWA Zangief. Yet another mystery. Is the Wraith somehow behind this? He somehow create a duplicate, an exact doppelganger for Zangief? Real mystery. Of course, Zangief faced his doppelganger during the heat-up scramble and on Saturday Night Slam Masters a few weeks ago now. Zangief will face Victor Ortega for the World Championship at Destiny of the Strongest. And here we go. And the BWA Zangief walking into the arena. Hey, whoa. Whoa, some kind of smoke consuming him. Hey, wait a second. What happened? What the hell happened to the BWA Zangief? Who's this guy? Wait a second. I think that is the BWA Zangief. He's a machine. He was a machine all along. He's some sort of mechanoid doppelganger. Unbelievable. I don't know if that's good news or bad news for HWA and Hugo Andore. Hugo faces a literal machine modeled on Zangief. Unbelievable! Well, this explains the might, the strength of the BWA Zangief. He's been a deadly competitor. He's faced the Thing. He's faced Zangief. Now he's going after Hugo Andore, but Hugo is handling himself. Hugo of the Huge Wrestling Army, Poison's latest group, fighting BWA because they dismantled the Mad Gear Gang. There's a big scoop slam from this Mecha Zangief. There's a splash. How many pounds of steel just came down across the chest of Hugo Andore? I mean, this guy, his entire body is a foreign weapon. I mean, should this be allowed? Is this legal? Is this commission legal? Desperation Dragon screw by Hugo taking down this BWA Zangief. I don't really know what to call this guy. He's a machine, but there's a splash. Hugo returning the favor. Hard shots from this giant. There's a neck breaker. Maybe just cranking the inner axle, the spine of this mechanoid Zangief. Hard strikes from Hugo. But the BWA machine has him over his shoulders now. Snake Eyes in the corner. The strength of this Zangief doppelganger is really unnatural. Short powerbomb. Hugo kicks out of it tremendously fast. Hugo himself is a bit of an unnatural specimen. 7 feet 10, the biggest man in CWA. Tying up with Zangief. Oh no! Powerbomb on the outside by this unrelenting machine. Hard shots from Hugo. He continues to endure the punishment and deliver it in kind to the BWA Zangief robot. The brawl into the aisle. Referee at a 7 count. Hugo taking it back to the squared circle. Rolls over this machine Zangief. Wow. Kicks out at 1. He's got him up. He's got him up. Giga Breaker. The Giga Breaker. He's got him in the cover. No. The BWA Mecha Zangief refuses to stay down. Hugo goes to the top rope. High risk. No. Misses with the splash. The machine rolls out of the way at the last second. What is going on inside the mechanoid mind of this dangerous machine? Once again, Hugo clubbing blows, doing anything he can to mangle the metal of this Zangief. And now, what is Hugo gonna do here? Zangief on the apron, but no! The mechanoid Zangief gets his knee up. Hugo now with the goozle, grabbing the machine by its simulated throat. Cranks it back, and another clubbing blow. Against any ordinary man, he would be in a lot of trouble. This machine, though, is resisting the impact of all these blows. Hey, wait a second! Wait a second! There's the corkscrew pile driver! The imitated finishing move of Zangief. No! Somehow, someway, Hugo kicked out. Unbelievable. What a battle of wills, iron wills, but no! Another corkscrew pile driver. It's got to be over. That's got to be it. Are you kidding me? Well, even this machine can't believe it. The computer can't process it somehow. Hugo defying all reason, all logic. Now this metal kneecaps working away at the legs. Oh no, look at that. Hugo's in a bit of trouble here. Apparently this Mecha Zangief is programmed to simulate human behaviors, taunting the crowd. I don't know what it means to this machine. Springs to the top rope, but no. Oh, there's a hard shot. How can Hugo still be standing? He's bleeding from the head now. Oh, here we go. The machine locked in. Those atomic suplexes. 3 of them. Hugo's in trouble. That's got to be it. Drags him to the center of the ring, hooks the leg. Just a formality. What? What? How is that possible? How is Hugo still fighting? Hugo refusing to stay down, throws that big elbow. Hoists him up. What is Hugo gonna do here? There's the Giga Breaker. Surely not. Hugo Andore! Unbelievable! This crowd is on their feet. Hugo Andore showing tremendous heart, tremendous determination and will. Say what you will about his actions in the past. It was a heroic effort from Hugo Andore, the 7'10" giant of the huge wrestling army, standing his ground against a literal war machine. The BWA Zangief, revealed to be a mechanical doppelganger, and Hugo bending the metal of this machine. Unbelievable!
You are now entering the hellhole.